Hello and welcome back to Rasmussen Law's YouTube channel. This series of videos is going to be sort of, I think what I'm going to call it is the Guardianship University. We're going to talk all about guardianships in the state of New Jersey. This particular video is going to talk about just the topic, what is a guardianship? Later on we'll get into more in-depth things such as who the likely candidates for a guardianship are, how would you avoid a guardianship in New Jersey, and the mechanics of a guardianship suit as it works its way through the court system. But before we get into all of that, we need to first understand what a guardianship in fact is. So without further ado, let's talk about that. What is a guardianship? And I think the best way to explain a guardianship is to really just relate it to a power of attorney relationship. It's sort of a court-imposed power of attorney relationship that allows one person to make the decisions for another person. Now, a requirement for the guardianship application, as we'll find out in later videos, is that the ward, the person that the guardianship proceeding is all about, has lost legal capacity to make decisions for themselves. And we'll talk about that in another video. But let's just say a typical scenario is an Alzheimer's patient, someone who has lost the capacity to really understand and make decisions for themselves. Well, if there's no power of attorney in place, no one is capable of making those decisions for them. So what do you do? Well, in New Jersey, we file a guardianship application with the court. So that allows us to go in and say, Judge, Mr. Smith over here has unfortunately lost legal capacity and he now needs someone to make decisions for himself. You tell us, Judge, tell us who should make decisions for Mr. Smith. And the whole guardianship proceeding is going to be about who's going to get the opportunity or the obligation of making decisions for that ward. And that person will be named guardian, and with some limitations, be able to make almost all of the decisions that the ward would otherwise make by himself, either until the ward passes away or until the ward regains capacity. So in a nutshell, that's what a guardianship is. You can think of it as a court-imposed power of attorney. And we'll sort of flesh this out as we go along in our following videos, but that's just a very brief explanation of what a guardianship is. So if you're interested in learning more about guardians, go ahead and watch the rest of the videos, like, comment, subscribe, and thank you very much.